The 30th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations kicks off today in Equatorial Guinea. Of course, 16 African nations will be there, including host Equatorial Guinea. But defending champions, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, will not be there. I know it will be very hard for fans to cope with the reality of watching the other African countries without the Super Eagles of Nigeria in that competition. But that is just the reality, and we just have to live with it. It is hotsports, and it promises to be another exciting package this Saturday.
My brother and I love a good challenge. So, we decided to test our football skills on a journey across Africa. We cannot let strong pain stop us from being there for each other. That's why we choose Panadol Extra.
Panadol Extra relieves 5 types of pain: headache, toothache, backache, muscle ache, and menstrual pain.
Panadol Extra. When strong pain is gone, life takes its place.
Guinea agreed in November to step in as last-minute hosts, replacing Morocco, who were stripped of the tournament, having asked for it to be postponed over fears of the spread of the Ebola virus. Morocco feared traveling fans could spread the deadly virus that has claimed more than 5,000 lives in West Africa. But according to CAF's Director of Communications, the new hosts have no such concerns.
We have not heard of any Ebola cases related to a football game, because when the outbreak starts, our national associations were instructed to stop the local leagues as far as when we received the prescription of WHO saying that mass gatherings must be avoided in all those countries.
Having expelled Equatorial Guinea from the tournament's preliminaries for using an ineligible player, CAF will now bend the rules to allow the home country to take part.
It's a penalty. Now what can he do? Victor Moses up against Bianca. Oh, he just slots it into the right-hand corner, and the Super Eagles take the lead here and move 3-1 up on aggregates. Look at that goal! What an absolute scorcher! The Super Eagles of Nigeria, they are soaring high and they are loving it.
Can he finish it off? Yes, he can! The Ivory Coast are going to the World Cup!
Mukandju gets past 2 players. Oh, he gets the shot in, and there it is! Goal number 2 for Cameroon! Can he get a shot in? Oh, it comes off the upright! He's got another chance! John McCoon finally scores a second! Cameroon are going to the FIFA 2014 World Cup next year in Brazil.
Egypt have a goal. Oh, fine pass to Jan. Jan, this could be 2-1. It is 2-1. It's Ghana who qualified for Brazil. 7-3 on aggregates.
Ike Uche now with an opportunity inside here for Moses. He's going to shoot, and it's blocked by corner. Here's the follow-up from Mba. He scores! Nigeria have the lead, and Sunday Mba scores his second of the tournament. 5 minutes to half-time, and they've broken the deadlock. He got the winner against the Ivory Coast in a sensational quarter-final match. Ball played in by Idea. Then it was Uche. Then it was Moses. Shot was blocked. Fell for Mba. He juggled it once, twice, and in the back of the net. Diakite just stood his ground. He knew he was beaten. Well, a home-based player scoring in the final. How close are they? So a final chance to boot it up front. Seconds remaining, 20 of them. Batse's in there. It's headed into touch by Ambrose. 10 seconds before we know who the champions of Africa are for the next 2 years. Floated in. Up comes Nyema. Will we have a new champion in a second or two? Yes, we will. Nigeria have won the Orange Africa Cup of Nations. Emmanuel Emenike missed out on this match. There's Nyema, so it looks as if Yobo will collect the medal, will collect the trophy. And Stephen Keshi, big boss, has written history here. He joins Mahmoud El Ghahari as only man to have won the Nations Cup as a player and as a coach. El Ghahari did it, of course, in 1959 as a player, and then in 1998 in Burkina Faso when they beat Bafana Bafana in the final, the Egyptians. And Stephen Keshi in 1994 as captain and coach here in Johannesburg.
It's time for the main issue on Hotsports. Last week we started with the interview with the former Secretary General of the Nigerian Football Federation, former Super Eagles coach and former Eaglets coach, the man who calls himself the transformer of talents, Fani Amu. We bring you the concluding part of that interview this week on Hotsports.
Sometimes life can be very boring. But in the MTN season of surprises, you get a special smartphone plan that gives you a whopping 4.5 gigabytes at only 2,500 naira, so you can browse more, chat more, tweet more, and upload those unforgettable moments of the season. Text 120 to 131 now to activate your smartphone bundle, or dial *123# for more options. MTN, everywhere you go.
We come to Keshi. There has been so much quiet, giving room to rumors about a new contract and the rest of them. What will be your take what will be your take and your advice on issues like this?
On issue about Keshi, I don't advise people, I suggest. It's my brother, it's my friend, long-term friend. And I choose to avoid it for many reasons. When the authority says we want him, I cannot go contrary. And I don't want to throw stone into the glass house because of Keshi, or throw stone against the government because of Keshi, or throw stone against individual position because of Keshi. Keshi is a human being. Keshi is one of the first best 10 coaches in Nigeria. Keshi is a success story as far as a player and as a coach. I'm not saying as a manager. But at the same time you see the stone coming, you dodge it. It makes you more mature. But Mali says what? He who fights and do what? Run away comes to fight another day. If Keshi has left after World Cup, After Nations Cup, everybody will be looking for Keshi now. If Keshi has left after World Cup, everybody looking for Keshi now. The issue now is Keshi is delaying the progress of the team. That's what people say now. Because he has given wrong for it. He's mature enough to take a decision. So it's not for me and you to decide what Keshi should do. I've told the federation, I've told the president, start to grow home-based team. If Keshi wants to stay there, leave him there. Allow that. Stay there. I don't have any problem with that. The first thing he won the Nations Cup, performed so well in the World Cup. We didn't qualify. If he had 70 mark, what is the mark now? What is the mark? Is he 80? Is he 80? It's less.
It's less.
Okay, let's say he has 70, it's not 69. Gradually, it will be counterproductive. So, in my own opinion, it's a terrible Nigerian. People crucify the president of the federation. Why foreign coach? Why this? I don't know why people have to balance themselves with the issues that are not their primary responsibility. If you say you don't want a foreign coach, I'm an advocate of a coach. I don't know, I don't mind where the coach comes from, whether Benin Republic, whether Japan, whether Sweden. I'll ask you of a very credible name. Michael Emenalo is from where? He's from which country now? I'm asking you.
He's from Nigeria, yeah. But
wait, no, don't go far. Don't go far.
Based in England.
Don't go far. Where is he working?
He's working with Chelsea.
What is the position of Chelsea in the world?
Very prominent position.
Okay, if is Chelsea not within one and the 5 best team in Europe?
Definitely.
But did they talk about color?
No.
Did they talk about tribe? Did they talk about country? Did they talk about place? If Emenalo could coach in Chelsea, almighty Chelsea, I don't support any team, please. Don't quote me. Then why can't we get any coach from anywhere that you people might regard as a foreign coach or home-based coach? It is to our credit. It's the other way I told you about diminishing return. When you say how players should not be going abroad. For what? Let them go. What is Brazil doing today? What is Brazil doing today? They are sending most of their players abroad everywhere to go and play in Europe. During the World Tournament, they bring them back. They are learning too fast. Where is Brazil today? Is Brazil the first team in the world? I'm asking you, Brazil, no. When did Germany become the first team in the world? When they won the World Cup. Yeah. How was Spain? So what I'm meant to emphasize to you is that nothing is permanent. We're meant to pass through this phase in the course of our football administration. And I tell you, to me, in my strong opinion again, the federation has scored 80%, despite our non-qualification for a Nations Cup. If you qualify, you say the team has done well. If you don't qualify, it's the federation. Why? If you have done well, federation has done their best. If you have done anything wrongly, federation has done their best. Nobody has said the federation refused to give them what they needed. Somebody only said because federation is in disarray. So, what were those things that federation was supposed to do that they didn't do? Come and tell the public. They provided the jerseys. They provided administrative support. Government and NFA provided finances. They provided the enabling environment, the best hotel. If you say 5-star hotel, 9-star hotels. They did invitations. They paid out their bill. Nothing. So what is the other item that is in the budget that they did not do? Some people will say, and if you chop the money. Has anybody complained? Anybody took their money? Nobody. So please, what I'm trying to say is that we are meant to pass through this phase in our football administration. That doesn't mean we're bad. It reflected yesterday in the CAF award. Traore, super. They say the best, one of the best 5 federations in Africa. I'm not sure Africa will come close. I'm not sure. NFA will still be there. We won 2 awards yesterday. Why? Because of exceptional attitude.
Yes, from a young girl.
Simple, exceptional attitude. She was at the youth level, glamorous. She was at the intermediate, at the senior level. What? Great. So she won. If you put on that same performance at the world level, I'm telling you, you'll win 1 trophy in Canada. So it's not left for the federation to say, let's focus on this guy. Let's focus on some other players. Let's see what the tournament may bring for us.
And looking at the youngsters, we saw a situation where the likes of Kanu, Babayaro, just graduated straight to the Super Eagles. We look at players like jan19. Are they really too young to move right from the under-17 to the Super Eagles?
It's a risk that you intend to take as a coach. Maybe if you have other coaches, they'll bring jan19. So it's optional. Company reposing somebody will give you an assignment to do. So you don't tell the person where to pick the player from. Remember going to Japan. I said my mission is to produce 5 players in the shortest possible time for Super Eagles. Did I do it or not? It's not that I knew, but I was confident that because I saw some players in that team that had that exceptional attitude. Something very, look at Kano. From whether left to right, from impossible angles, what does it do? It converts. So it's not because of Kano. They are better players than Kano. But you cannot be better than somebody that has an exceptional attitude. So Kano was having exceptional attitude that he displayed. So the issue of jan19 is a coach. The federation shouldn't force any coach to feature a player, but they say, okay, we have giving you the platform, the available, the option is now for you to choose or to drop. So if you drop, such thing that happen will happen. Aluko, exceptional attitude. How many goals did he score in the last match? Aluko, how many goals? You know, your 2 goals.
2 goals, yeah.
Why? Exceptional attitude. The other players that were in better position than where Aluko was, did they convert the goal? No. So because of that underlying exceptional attitude in you as an individual, motivation is slow. You bring everybody back. And if they had maybe about 15 minutes, I'm sure maybe Aluko or other player would have been motivated to score more goals that day.
So how do you see football in 2015?
Well, football in 2015 under the dynamic youthful leadership of the federation, for me, I see it coming very strong. Because there are sometimes you might use the wrong method to achieve a result. That was what happened in Brazil with the Brazil national team. In the course of the assembling the best final team player, they said we don't want experienced players like the majors of few names. We don't want them. Why? They say a team of the future. So Bagos is now the best now. Don't say future. It's now the best now. Not no. Look at what happened. The coach paid the price. So as well, football for Nigeria in 2015, I believe very strongly with under this leadership of President Pinika Maju. The team will get to the glory land. Continue from where my friend and my boy, Megeri, it's my boy and my friend. Is a success story. So the boy that took over knew that the shoe they want to wear is bigger than them. So, but the only way to achieve it, I don't want to say they want to surpass. I want to say they want to continue from where Megeri stopped. Then the course of their tenure, we cannot say maybe they were within or they were above or they attained a grade that we think they could continue with after the end of the tenure.
Hot Sports cranks up the heat this Saturday with fresh sport news and incisive analysis backed by exciting visuals. Hot Sports, your unique source of sport information, education and entertainment, inimitably delivered via hot, scorching argument where no one blinks. Don't miss it.
Well, it is the final whistle on Hot Sports as we prepare to watch the Africa Cup of Nations starting today in Equatorial Guinea. We hope it will spur our enthusiasm to do things well and of course prepare very well to qualify for the next Nations Cup. That is how far we can go on Hot Sports this week. We'll be back again next Saturday.